My name is Maggie Rose, and I'm from Potomac, Maryland originally, but I've been in Nashville for almost 9 years.
Sooner or later it's gonna find us. Oh, sooner or later we're gonna turn up the night.
I had always been a singer growing up, but I think I knew that I wanted to become a songwriter when I started playing in front of that live drinking crowd. I wrote my first original song, which I will never play for anyone in its entirety, but it was still really cool to feel like I had tapped into a different medium of communication, and seeing people kind of listen to a song that you wrote on your own and presenting it is very scary, but also very addicting.
And I've always felt it in my soul. All of my life I've always known it's inevitable.
Nashville has such a wealth of writers. Being around that will, I think, make any aspiring writer or artist have to raise the bar just because of what you're surrounded by. My favorite part of the songwriting process is the fact that every day you start with a clean slate and you're creating something from nothing. The first time I heard a song that I wrote on the radio, it was surreal, of course, because just hearing your voice being blasted to however many thousands of people is exciting, but I had written this song so long ago, and it was interesting for me to think about how other people are perceiving that song that had, for me, the meaning had evolved so much from the day that I wrote it. A song can mean one thing, but it will have different stages of what it means to me and probably how it resonates with other people who hear it as well.
I'm on my way, I'm on my way, I'm on my way, I'm on my way.
BMI has been amazing in connecting me to this network. They value the songwriter, whether they're established or whether they're up and coming, and I think they've always, validated me and my contribution to music, and that's super important to me. The best piece of advice I ever received was from my mother, and I was in Nashville for probably 6 years at the time, and I had hit this place where, I had just been maybe compromising of myself artistically, and she said, I want you to basically not give a blank about anything I think or your dad. Write your story and write it like no one's gonna read it. And having that from my mom and having her tell me that and empower me to do that was pretty cool.
Sooner or later we're gonna turn up the night. And I've always felt it in my soul. All of my life I've always known it's inevitable.
I grew up in Potomac, Maryland, so we're not north and we're not south. We don't really have a genre that's specific to the region, and I listened to everything. My first concert was Shania Twain. I love the Dixie Chicks, and I grew up in the 90s when women were just kicking butt in country music, and so it was everything. A huge melting pot of music, and that definitely influences where I'm going today. Radio has always been super influential to my musical taste growing up, and also my career as an artist. I think it has taught me a lot about, networking with the community that is country radio, but it also, I don't think, is necessarily representative of what country music is. Country radio is a small avenue in a huge, wide open path that is country music. And you use it as a medium to reach your fans, but you don't let it dictate your artistry, and you don't let it identify you. You identify yourself.
Inevitable, inevitable, inevitable.